Okay, so hello everyone. This is an election prediction between Oprah Winfrey and Donald Trump. And to start off with this video, I think Oprah Winfrey is going to have the black vote by numbers we've never seen before. So I think especially states like Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana are going to be a lot closer than they normally are for the Democrats because of the black population. So let's start with the safe states. Yikes, there we go. Montana I don't think would be very competitive. I've made it competitive in a lot of my videos, but it's a white state. Same with Iowa and Missouri and Arkansas. Louisiana not so much. New Mexico and Colorado. People say Colorado would go for Donald Trump somehow. I think that's pretty much a safe blue state for any Democrat. Indiana's a pretty white state. I think that's a safe Republican, and same with these states. And then Virginia, I think, is safe blue because it's getting bluer. This is not Donald Trump's election to win by any means. And I think Maine would go red without a doubt. Okay. And then Alaska and Hawaii. Now we're down to the swing states. I make Texas a swing state because I think this is a state that really could go for Oprah Winfrey with the growing Latino population. But I'm going to skip over Texas for now and go to Mississippi. Mississippi, I think out of Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana, Mississippi is the most likely to go for the Republicans. Yes, it's got a big black vote, but I don't think it's got enough independents to flip it. Whoops. Alabama, on the other hand, I think would go blue. This state has a very African American population, and again, I think Oprah Winfrey would really appeal to the African Americans, so I think Alabama is gonna go blue. Georgia, it has an African American population, not as significant as Alabama, Mississippi, and Louisiana. However, Georgia's also becoming bluer, especially in places like Atlanta. So I think Georgia would go for Oprah Winfrey. Same with Florida. Oprah Winfrey would really appeal to the black vote, and we would see numbers that we have never seen before for the Democrats in these states with the African American vote. Florida happens to be growing with Latinos, which I think makes it a lot easier for Oprah Winfrey to carry Florida, and that brings me to Arizona. Arizona's also growing in Latino population, and I think she'd carry Arizona. Michigan, it's becoming a bluer state. I don't think she's necessarily going to win it because of minority vote. I think she's just going to win it because it's a state that is traditionally blue, and I think she'll appeal to some independents, not very many, but Michigan I still think she'll carry. Whereas a state like Ohio, it's a wider state. Ohio I don't think would be super hard for the Republicans to carry. Now, I know this map looks super weird, but Wisconsin, I think, would go for Donald Trump. And now, I don't think Oprah Winfrey would appeal to the white working class, but again, I think she'd appeal to the minorities in numbers we've never seen before. And it does not take very much in Wisconsin to flip it, and same deal in Pennsylvania. Again, these states are better if they can appeal to the white working class, but they also still have some of a minority population, which is why I think in these states, the Republicans that are minorities, I think, are going to be flipping because of Oprah Winfrey. Nebraska too. This is a white district. I think you would go red, just because I think a Democrat to win that would have to appeal to the white working class, which again I don't think Oprah Winfrey would do. I don't think it has the minority population to turn out people there. Ooh. I don't know about North Carolina yet, so I'm going to leave North Carolina blank and go to Louisiana. Louisiana, I think, would go blue, and here's why. It's got a growing minority population, especially down toward places like New Orleans that are mostly minority. Oprah Winfrey would appeal to these voters without or she'd appeal to these voters very significantly, especially the African Americans. But she's also running as a Democrat in this prediction, which would also make her appeal to the Latinos. And that's why I think she'd carry a state like Louisiana. North Carolina, I'm going to make blue. After thinking about it, yes, it is a white working class state. However, especially in places like Raleigh, they still have Latinos and African Americans. Not as high as of a Latino population, but definitely the African American vote would help her in North Carolina. Texas, I'm still torn about, because Texas is a state that really she could carry based on the population we see and the growth in Texas. However, Donald Trump could carry it because it's traditionally red. However, we did make Alabama and Louisiana blue, so ultimately I think Texas would go blue because she'd drive out that minority population a lot. So a place like Texas would go blue because of their bigger cities have a high minority population. And then again, the African American vote would be very high. So, thank you for watching this prediction. I have Oprah Winfrey beating Donald Trump 404 electoral votes to 134. Thank you for watching.